In the local news, local art and craft designer Nzimbu Brown is of the opinion that there is a lack of appreciation for local art creations by some Vincentians.
I think it's like half-half. They have some people who are aware, who understand, and who have some experience would appreciate the art. But other people, now, they wouldn't, you see, because we see ourselves in somebody else. So when you get grounded, then you understand and respect the ability of people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you don't, then you would always think of somebody else and what somebody else would do, so it'd be a shame of yourself.
Brown, who was at the time speaking with IKTV's Crab and Callaloo host Chester Connell, however, noted that there are individuals such as art teachers who are trying to regain the appreciation of local art production.
In schools, they have art teachers which would make the thing, make art and the different types of material used more appreciative. But like I said before, using the waste material like grass banding in that time was a strange thing. But some people like it because it's waste material that they know, they're seeing. For me right now that I take up on myself to do it as a career, it's basically leaving here, going down by the market around 6 o'clock, taking up the waste, taking up the garbage before the garbage man come. Take it up, carry it home, wipe it off, clean it off, add some intelligence, and present history, culture, tradition, environment at a high level.
Nzimbu Brown's full interview can be viewed on the Crab and Callaloo program to be aired here on IKTV Channel 45 on Wednesday. As part of continued celebrations for National Heroes and Heritage Month, 2 wreath-laying services organized by the Ministry of Culture to mark National Heroes and Heritage Month would be held this week. Chief Cultural Officer Anthony Tibbles told IKTV News on Tuesday that the events, which were initiated in 2003, serve as a reminder the significant contributions those to be honored have done for the development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The first ceremony to honor the memory of this country's first Chief Minister, Ebenezer Theodore Joshua, will be held in the chapel of the Kingstown Cemetery on Thursday from 4 in the afternoon. A second wreath-laying service will be held on Monday, March 31st at 10 a.m. at the Caliqua Cemetery to honor the memory of this country's first Prime Minister, Robert Milton Cato, and Phyllis Panett, who wrote the words for this country's national anthem. Meanwhile, officials from the Ministry of Culture on Tuesday visited the Heritage Club of the Bishop's College, Kingstown, as part of their weekly secondary schools visits. On Wednesday, the officials will then visit the history students at the Girls' High School. Activities to mark National Heroes and Heritage Month are being held under the theme, Appreciating Our Identity, Preserving Our Heritage with Pride. Mexico's new ambassador to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, His Excellency Luis Manuel Lopez Moreno, on Monday presented his letter of credence to Deputy Governor General Her Excellency Dame Monica Dakin. Ambassador Moreno, who is presently a resident in St. Lucia, is a career diplomat with over 30 years of experience in the diplomatic field, having joined the Mexican Foreign Service in 1982. The government of Mexico and the government of SVG established diplomatic relations on July 31st of 1990. Since then, both countries have maintained cordial and fruitful relations. According to a news release from the Agency for Public Information, some of the areas in which both countries have partnered by way of agreements are economic relations, technical and scientific cooperation, cultural and educational cooperation. The government of Mexico has pledged its readiness to provide assistance to the government of SVG following the recent devastating December floods. As part of his 2-day visit, Ambassador Moreno also made courtesy calls to several key government and private sector officials, including Prime Minister Gonçalves, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade, Commerce and Information Technology, Senator Camilo Gonçalves, and President of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Ms. Christine De Silva. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force will see an increase in officers when 57 police recruits graduate on Thursday. The 32nd annual passing out parade of recruits takes place at the Old Montrose Police Training School. Director of Public Prosecutions, Mr. Colin Williams, will deliver the feature address. The parade commences at 4 p.m. with an inspection by His Excellency Governor General Sir Frederick Ballantyne. This country's Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves will present the keynote address at a national or international forum entitled Revitalizing the Reparations Movement at Chicago State University on Saturday, April 19th. Gonsalves, who is also the current chairman of the Caribbean Community of Nations, or CARICOM, is one of the leading voices in the Americas demanding that the former European colonial powers pay reparations to Caribbean and South American countries for centuries of African enslavement, native genocide, and colonial exploitation. The Institute of the Black World, IBW, is organizing the Forum 21st Century in conjunction with the Center for Inner City Studies and the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference. Dr. Ron Daniels, president of the IBW, said they are delighted and honored to have Prime Minister Gonsalves keynote this critical forum on reparations, a subject of fundamental historical justice that is near and dear to the hearts of Black people around the world. One of the primary goals of the forum is to revitalize the reparations movement in the USA by revisiting the Durban Resolution on the transatlantic slave trade, presenting an update on H.R. 40, and examining the status of CARICOM's reparations initiative. That's the local news. Up next, the regional news.